As we move to the start now of the Fawley Challenge Cup, in the Bark Station on the left-hand side of your screen, it is the Tideway Scullers School C crew, and on the right-hand side of your screen, it is the Leander Club A crew. And thanks to Adrian Cassidy for his words this afternoon, and I'm now joined in the commentary box by Matt Britton.
And it's a joy to join. What a cracking day. Looking at Tideway Scullers here, I hope they're going to have a cracking day. A little bit of a swerve on the start there, but amazing to be here, Sarah, on a really fantastic crowd-packed, action-packed day at Henley.
And look, I think that this TSS crew would be just going out to have a fast start and see what they can do, because they know that their A crew met Leander yesterday afternoon, and Leander was very strong and very dominant in that performance. So as a C crew, you'd think that they would know that it's against them, but they've had a good start here, and they're sitting just a couple of seats down on the crew from Leander.
I think they've had a cracking start. You're absolutely right. You've got no alternative but to throw everything into the first part of the race and see what you can do. And can you unsettle the other crew? If you're looking at the Leander crew, they just want to be getting into their rhythm, knowing that they can do the business. They should have the faster boat pace. But the Scullers crew on the far side in the classic red and yellow colours are giving it all they can to stay in touch in the first pass of the race.
And we move up to Remenham now, and we can see that Leander are really starting to stretch out their lead. They're sitting back. They're looking pretty confident. I mean, this Tideway Scullers School, like you said, Matt, they went out, they blasted the start, they gave it everything, but we probably expected to see Leander composed and confident move away as we went down the track.
Yeah, and you could absolutely see that. And here we're looking at the Tideway Scullers School, still putting absolutely everything into it. Looking at young James Fawley there, sitting in the stroke seat, only 17 years old. An absolute highlight for him to be here, stroking this plucky Tideway Scullers crew. You can see the water's quite tricky, Sarah. It's a lot of launches going up and down today, which doesn't make it easy in the quad.
It's really tough. We were commenting on that before, that it's very deceptive from the camera because there's no waves or wind as such on the water, but actually the water itself, there's a lot of movement, and particularly in this evening slot of races, there's been a bit of breeze about during the day. It's been quite swirly. There's been a lot of boats out on the water, so that water's really churned up. It's really very tough, and we've seen a couple of crews catch crabs catastrophically in some of the races before this.
Yeah, in fact, we got a delayed race at the end of the day, which was caused by one of the crews catching a crab and breaking some equipment. We'll come back to that as the last race of the day, but now you can see the advantage of the leading crew. As you talk about the swirly water, if you're able to relax, and of course being ahead gives you that chance, then you're much more able to cope with it, because it's all about your personal balance and stability in the boat. You can see how flat and fast that Leander crew is from this head-on shot. Just looking at, they push back, release the finish, as you were talking about in the last race, you know, releasing the finish of the stroke and letting the blade unbend as you do that, so you just get an extra little bit of push and power. It's a lovely piece of sculling from the Leander crew here.
Yeah, absolutely. Their home stretch of water, looking very confident. We can see they're squaring up very early, so they're really down into that sort of paddling rhythm here. One of the favourites for this event in the Fawley Challenge Cup. But the Tideway Scullers School C crew have done fantastically well. Firstly, for the club to have an A, B and C crew in the Fawley, because it is such a difficult event. The Fawley and the Diamond Jubilee, the two only junior sculling events on the program, the depth is incredible, but to have three from one club is really quite remarkable.
Yeah, absolutely, credit to them. But here we see the Leander crew just sweeping into the finish very nicely. You've got Tim Eilers, Miles Devereaux, Stephen Hughes, and in the bow, Alex Mill, who will be looking to cross the line first as they head towards the finish.
Very impressive sculling here from this crew from Leander Club as they cross the line to take up this race of the Fawley Challenge Cup.